Hey survivors, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be playing on an Elementalist. A bird commented that Elementalist is one of their favorite characters and they wanted to see a really cool build for them. So I was looking at all the skills that Elementalist has and looking at some of the ones that we haven't played with before, and which one would be a really cool skill to kind of focus on. And instead of a skill, we're going to be focusing on an actual concept. So if we take a look at the Elementalist's third weapon, we start off with Ray of Fire as well as Heat Explosion. Now, Heat Explosion was changed in the New Beginnings patch, where the damage it deals is now based on your area modifier. And when this came out, we also got the Rolling Boulder. So both of them work the same way, with Rolling Boulder stunning and the Heat Explosion dealing burn damage, but they both fire area burst magical, and they, or not, so this one's not burst, but anyway, their damage is multiplied based on your area of effect. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be stacking Earth for the Colossal. So we're just going to run what the Elementalist has on his character, and then we're also going to be running some fire skills. So we're going to run the Ray of Fire, Heat Explosion, Flame Wave, Rolling Boulder, Earthquake, and Earth Bolt, and then we should land up getting quite a lot of area of effect upgrades to make these deal more damage, and we'll see by the end of it which one dealt more damage. So let's get straight into it. Runes, we're running Weapon Expert, Endless Refill, Unconventional Start, Center of Attention, which is kind of funny because we're not really worried about the skills being on top of us, but we want that area of effect modifier as well. And then Divine Legacy, Synergetic, and Battle Proficiency just for the extra damage. And also, just so you can see, my weapon is plus 13, which is giving us a lot of multicast area, cast frequency, and damage. But let's get straight into it, onto our normal 37 curse intensity run in the Scorching Valley, which is, just your simple map. And we get to start off with Flame Wave, which is really cool, really good. And we're going to leave the visuals on hard just so you can see how ridiculous this is. What's really fun about the Elementalist is you can just chill in a corner, kill a lot of things, and you'll see that a lot of the orbs for his ascension are going to land up being in the corners of the map, which makes it so that when the bosses or anything spawns, we can just run into them, and that's going to be our extra damage that we otherwise maybe didn't have. So if you're struggling to get damage or something on your skills, you can use your ascension quite easily. It is very easily accessible because all of the enemies are kind of dying right next to you. Another one you could do is like Ice, so you could do Fire and Ice. Maybe that's something we can look at in the future, because we've got Ice Vortex, we've got Glacier, we've got Meteor. There's a lot of skills that kind of are very similar to each other that would really make things work well. I mean, they all say over a random enemy, so that's going to make it a lot easier. Unfortunately, we are not getting what we want. We're going to take Ray of Fire here, not because we want to, but because we don't really want to spend a lot of time in the skill selection screen, and also we want to try and get relevant skills. This one would have been what we started off with without Unconventional Start, but we also actually going to replace this with Meteor, just because Meteor is an extra stun and also has the same area tagging as everything else, so it's just going to make it a bit easier to get to that area tagging. Looking for Earth, but we weren't finding it. We might have to keep Ray of Fire over here. I don't really want to, but we just got a legendary multicast chance. We'll see how it goes. So now we can just go, we can run into all of the orbs like I mentioned previously. You can see how beautiful that looks with the glacial rays going absolutely everywhere. And you also, the more area of effect we get, the more area those poison toxic spheres get as well. So it's going to be really, really cool over there as well. So there's Rolling Boulder. Fantastic. I guess we're just going to go area of effect there. No, we're not going to be doing that one. There's Meteor, so we'll take it for now. And then we look at the area of effect for our skills. There's the Earth Bolt. So fantastic, we got all the skills we have, and if this does well enough, we'll go into an Overlord cycle just to see how well it can do from there. Over here we don't have any skips, but we're not looking for those, so we're just going to banish the one, and then we're going to look for area of effect as well as like empowering upgrades like these ones over here. Fantastic. Alright, so then we can see the massive boulders. It's really fun when you get a lot of multicast chance and you drop a whole whack of boulders onto the enemies. And then we've also got the earth bolt giving us quite a decent stack of Colossal, which will then increase our area of effect, giving us more damage multiplier on our rolling boulder and heat explosion. And then so it says your area of effect on the skill. So as you can see here, it says based on your area of modifier, the damage is multiplied. What they mean by that is literally any upgrade that increases area of effect. So whether it increases the skills base area of effect, whether it increases like the expansive upgrades and it increases your area of effect, it doesn't matter. As long as it is an area of effect upgrade, it will increase the damage modifier. So I'll show you that as well, just so you can understand or get a better visual cue of that. So here's these aren't on those skills, so it doesn't really matter. When we find an area of effect on that one, we'll take a look at it and we'll show you. We're going to grab some cast frequency as well as some armor and block chance. And then over here, so here's a good example, the area of effect of fire skills. It's 30%, so as you can see, it's on 5.4 times damage modifier. If we grab that, it's still on 5.4, so that did not work the way it was supposed to. If we grab that, it goes up to 5. Okay, so maybe, I don't know, I tested this the other time and it was working perfectly fine. I'm not sure why that did not, unless I lost Colossal stats at that moment, we would have to double check it. I don't know. This is going to be very difficult to show something because of having Colossal stats. As you can see, the number's going to be changing all the time. We're just going to consider it a Colossal stats thing, but it shouldn't have been. But nah, I don't know. That's very weird. Alright, cast frequency on Earth Bolt's very good because that's going to give us more Colossal stats. It is 0.9. If you could get that to like 0.2, that would actually be massive. And then also something like the Colossal and Earthquake as well. This doesn't give Colossal. So that's 8% and that's 2%. So that's 10% per cast. We need more multicast and cast frequency on them so that we can get even more Colossal stats going. And that's going to help us deal even more damage as well as more area for every single skill that we have. So that's the plan. Whether or not it gets executed or not is another story. Why is this not working though? 5.8. It should go up, but it's not. That's whack. Maybe there's a tooltip error there. We will have to find out what's going on over there. Alright, we need a little bit more crit. We'll get some more elemental overload, that's fine. We'll look for a bit more crit. Hopefully if we get some uncommon and rare crit chance, then we'll grab those just because we need that little bit more going forward. Also, you can see we get a lot of electrified, we get a lot of poison, a lot of ice. So at least with the elementalist, if you wanted to build a dot build, it's probably one of the easiest characters to get your disarray and your ice stacking on them compared to any of the other characters. Of course, having access to ice makes it a lot easier. But even without the access to ice as a skill type, you've got it in your passive and also with your ascension, so you don't really have to worry about picking up an ice skill to get the touch of ice and so on and so forth if you wanted to play with disarray as a skill typing, or as a dot build using disarray. Okay, well there we go, beautifully done. One more set of bosses to go. As you can see, we're not really doing the greatest with our skill chain and our skill typings and our synergetic upgrades. We do actually have quite a bit of a skill chain going from fire to 19%. It's pretty dope. But it would be better if we had it the other way around, if we got more from earth to fire, just because we have a lower cooldown on the earth bolt, so that means that the fire will be going off a lot quicker than the other one is. Damage is going to be big, so we will grab that, and then the multicast chance for our earth is also going to be fantastic. So what does the damage on damage increase do for us? So 6.2554, it's still 6.2, and then 669 This one's also quite strong over there, and we also get the area of effect on the boulder. So this one will show us the increase that it gets. So right now we'll check just before we click it for the next level to see what it is on, because it is forever changing right now. But you can see the earthquake dealing massive amounts of brittle for us. Brittle isn't necessary for dot builds, but it's just the Colossal that we need, and that's helping us over there. So we are on 6.1. If we grab that, it goes to still 6.1. So I think there is actually a little bit of a tooltip bug maybe, because the last round that I did this, I was thinking of a build yesterday for this already, and I was practicing this, I guess, or trying to see if it actually works. And we double checked it, and when we clicked on area upgrades, it was actually working. So I'm not 100% sure why it wasn't working in this run, but that was that 4.5 times. That's the kind of thing we're looking at. 4.5. It's still not upgrading, so I think there is a tooltip error. We just got to try and get that fixed for the future updates, or whatever the case might be. If that's something that really bugs you, if you're really like a number freak and you want to know every single last minute detail and that kind of thing, the tooltip not being updated, if that bugs you to the extreme, then that's something that the devs have to fix, of course. But there we go. Rolling boulder dealing 39.3 million damage, with heat explosion only dealing 22.2 million total damage caused. The number of hits, rolling boulder hit more, so then of course it's going to deal a little bit more damage, but the DPS was nearly 3 times more, so really good. And then if we kept going, I'm sure earthquake would have overtaken all of them. And we also had shattered, burn, brittle, stun, and so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.